Welcome to Journey to Joy Live. I'm Dr. Enjoy, your host, bringing you another week 24 of this lovely podcast. Have you entered your journey to joy? What does that look like for you? What does that entail? Would love it if you came on and asked questions and provided what it's like for you as you try to enter your journey to joy. Everybody's journey to joy is different. It could mean reaching out and becoming socially connected. It could mean getting down that path towards seeking help, seeing a therapist, seeing a psychiatrist, getting on medication. It could just mean simply choosing to eat healthy and no longer indulging in those snacks and treats that you really love because you're realizing it's not good for you, or you've recently had a diagnosis that makes you have to change your diet. It could also mean starting to work out every day or once a week. Whatever your journey is, it is for you. Don't compare yourself to others. So, December is Seasonal Affective Disorder Awareness Month. So, I'm going to spend December talking about a mix of seasonal affective disorder, holiday blues, holiday stressors, all that. We're just talking about all that for December. Now, are you sad or are you sad? And do you know the difference? Lowercase SAD, of course, that's just a emotion that anybody can experience, and capital uppercase SAD is seasonal affective disorder. One is a mood that anybody can experience because they are human and something made them feel down. The other one is seasonal depression. Seasonal affective disorder is seasonal depression. So it's a clinical diagnosis, clinical depression, something that a doctor would diagnose you with, and treatment could involve medication. It doesn't have to. I talked about treatment last week. It can involve getting some sleep, getting outside, staying active, getting as much exposure as possible to light and to the sun, getting your vitamin levels checked, and making sure you don't have a low vitamin D, taking vitamin D supplements, taking extra vitamin D from the prescribed from the doctor that you might need. Some of us we're okay with just the normal multivitamin that has about 1,000 international units of vitamin D in it. If you have a really low vitamin D, then you might need a prescription of 50,000 international units of vitamin D. You take that weekly, or 5,000 international units you take daily. So find out from your doctor what your vitamin D levels are. If you notice that you're feeling really down during the season, it's a matter of trying to figure out, am I sad, lowercase, or am I sad, uppercase? We all should know what lowercase sad is. So it's a normal mood that any human should experience when something makes them feel down. You hear about something, you read about something, you don't do well on a test, one of your kids is doing something, getting in trouble and getting on your nerves, makes you feel sad. And the sadness may last a few minutes, it may last a couple hours, but it's not more than a day that you're feeling sad. And normal human sadness, it's not interrupting your sleep, it's not interrupting your eating, it's not interrupting your relationships, it's not interrupting your job. If you're so sad that you can't get out of bed, you can't do your work, you don't feel like going to work, you're not going to work, you're not showering, you're not taking care of yourself, then that's a different story. That's not your normal human sadness. So ask yourself, how long have I been sad for? How long? Has it been a few days? Is it a couple minutes and I'm able to bring myself out of it? All I have to do is distract myself by journaling or by getting outside or by talking to my spouse or my friend or my mom or whoever you might talk to. And then you're out of the sadness. Or is it going on and on for a whole week, for a couple weeks, for 3 weeks, for a whole month? Now it's getting into another month. Now it's 4 months. How long have you been sad for? And when it's going on for that long, it must be interrupting something. Social occupational impairment. A clinical disorder has social occupational impairment. What does that mean? Social impairment, you're not talking to people no more. You're withdrawn. You're isolating yourself. You're not doing well with relationships at all. You're irritable, getting in fights and arguments. They're just like, oh my God, I just can't deal with this person anymore. What is wrong with them? That's social impairment. Occupational impairment. Your occupation. You're not doing well at work. You're coming in late. You're not showing up at all. You're failing to meet deadlines. School, if you're in school, you're not able to meet those deadlines, not doing well on tests. Your grades are failing. Your grades have dropped down. You're used to making all A's, and now all of a sudden you have a couple C's, then some F's. Do you have social occupational impairment? Are you at a point where maybe you usually have your self-care routine, but it's not working? Like, well, I usually read a book to feel better, get on a treadmill, I feel better. I usually go eat some ice cream, I feel better. I listen to Hans Zimmer, I feel better. Those are all general examples, but the last one is my example. I love listening to Hans Zimmer. I mentioned that before. So first of all, you have to have your self-care toolkit in the first place to know that these usual self-care routine or coping skills toolkit hasn't been working as well over the last couple weeks, couple months, or even a year. Now, depression that goes through all seasons and even lasting up to 2 years, that's when you can get into persistent depressive disorder. It's so persistent, it's a whole couple years. If we're talking about a child, that is about a year of depression. If your child's depressed or an adolescent is depressed for a whole year, persistent depressive disorder. So we got normal sadness because something didn't happen. You got sad, but you came out of it. Then there's the seasonal depression, seasonal affective disorder. That's usually occurring during the winter months, around the time of October, November, December, January, February. It's cold, it's cloudy, it's dark, it's not that much sun. The holidays add on another stressor. A lot of people experience, millions of people, alone in America, experience seasonal affective disorder. And then you have major depressive disorder, which is the disorder that goes beyond those winter months. And then persistent depressive disorder, which if you have depression for 2 whole years and it's just continued to go on. Some people might have double depression, major depressive disorder on top of persistent depressive disorder. Either way, how do you know when you should seek help just from feeling sad? I mean, like I said, if you're feeling sad and it's not lasting long, not lasting more than a day, and it's not getting in the way of things, start to look at your self-care routine. What is it you need to do? Look at your toolkit, your coping skills toolkit. Do you need some more me time? Do you need to bust out that journaling that you used to do? Writing poetry, because that makes you feel so good. When was the last time you got that massage? You used to get massages, but now you don't anymore. Get yourself a massage. When was the last time you got a pedicure, manicure? You know what? I used to do those things, but I haven't had a chance to do it. I'm going to get me a pedicure. So pulling out whatever those coping skills are for you, dancing, listening to music. I bring up self-care during every journey to joy because self-care is super important. I'm going to just keep talking about it because that is a part of your journey to joy. How are you going to get to joy without practicing self-care? How are you going to get to joy without using coping skills, without reframing your mind, your thoughts? If you keep beating yourself up and keep accepting all the negative thoughts that come to your mind, you're not going to get to joy. You're not. You get there through self-care, through coping skills, through positive affirmations, positive thoughts, and seeking help if you need to. That is how you get to your journey to joy. Some people's journey is quick. Some people's take a year. But you know what? Our journey to joy is a maintenance journey. We have to stay on that journey. It doesn't just come to an end like I'm joyful and I'm going to stay joyful. I feel joyful. I choose joy, and I'm on my journey to joy. But of course, there are other days that I don't feel that joy. Joy is different from it just simply being happy. Like I said, it's a choice. Sometimes there might be something that makes you feel happy and you feel happy. Sometimes there's something that takes away your peace or makes you feel irritable, but you decide, you know what, I'm going to choose joy. I'm not going to respond that way to that situation. I'm going to choose peace. I'm going to find my coping skills. I'm going to find that gratitude list that I wrote down when I was feeling well. And I'm going to read that gratitude list. I'm going to say, okay, yeah, I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for my family, for my job, for the fact that I can work out or whatever it is. There is something in your life that you can be grateful for. So that is how we can continue to be on our journey to choosing joy and choosing those self-care practices. Now, that was what you do when you feel sad. So if you already have your routine, your self-care routine, your coping skills toolbox that you use, but that stuff isn't working anymore, or you don't have a self-care routine and you don't have a coping skills toolbox, and you don't even know how to get started with that, that is a time where you can seek help. Is that help simply talking to a family member or a friend? Sure, it could just be that. Or it could be seeking professional help, talking to someone in the mental health profession. And you can find someone if you if you aren't able to pay out of pocket and you want to be able to use your insurance, log into your insurance, and that's how you can find someone that's in network so you won't have to pay out of pocket. But in general, seasonal affective disorder, getting outside, getting active, you can combat that without medication. If you can't combat it without medication, that is why you have mental professionals like myself that can help you. I'm here for you. In fact, I'm already accepting patients at Enjoy Life, Living in Full Empowerment LLC. You can look at my website at drenjoylife.com. It's where I have all my podcasts and videos. I also post on YouTube, Instagram, and I'm on Spotify. So come to the next Journey to Joy. I'm always here Thursdays at 7 p.m. Bring your questions and comments. I'm here offering myself for some free advice. If you happen to see me and you are my patient, wait till the next visit. I'm not giving medication recommendations on a platform like this, right? I am not liable. But anyhow, come and bring your questions. Thank you for watching. Majority of my people watch after this. This was a quick one. What's being sad versus what is experiencing sad seasonal affective disorder. So I hope that helped. I'm going to continue to talk about seasonal depression and the holiday stress. Next week, we're getting closer to Christmas. I love Christmas. I try to be so festive today. Bring your questions, ask questions in between, and say, you know what, Dr. Enjoy, I wish you talked about this. Talk about this next time. So let me know what it is you would like to hear. Thank you.